somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Please, somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's the first carry for Troy Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. Gone.
They'll try and throw for it here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney.
On play action, they'll throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Saquon Barkley deep to return. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And now running right through it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Don't get nervous.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They come up in an offset, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. As they get set to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Elliott. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
A give to Elliott. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun to Barkley on the check down. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Set! Green
So that'll back him up 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game.
Set! Blue landing! Blue landing! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is indeed good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Green 39!
Now Elliott. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Cohen on the toss. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from inside the 5. They get it to him running left, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Shift. Watch him now, Barney.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And McManus able to put it through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, and Absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The give is to Elliott. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's Elliott, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, Barney! Barney!
They come out here in the eye.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
56.
They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point.
Right,
They're looking at a
56,
3rd and goal here.
56. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Elliott. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
That was a statement stop right there. Now it forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. 23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. Runs through the contact. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Blue 90.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley finding room at the 30. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley, 83 yards. And the Colts are in for 6. Extra point safely through. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Green 39. Green 39. Check motion.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. Over.
They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Man open left side is Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Colts getting ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, 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 gun. Detroit!
to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Gun. Detroit. Watch him now, Barney.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And again the footwork. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Watch him now, Barney.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
Back to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, They might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He'll look to throw. For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Gone.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 18, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Indianapolis, it's a 2nd win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.